commercial break, we promised that we'd give you and Ms. Parham an opportunity not only to talk about networking, but at the same time to identify for us some organizations that would play a significant role for those who might not yet be involved in networking. So let's talk about networking from the point of view of organizations.
Well, that's something that I just enjoy doing, being involved in. It's a community involvement. When you're networking with different organizations, you're rubbing shoulders with those who help make decisions. Community decision and business decision whether or not to do business with you. One of the organizations that I'm a part of is Cable, and it's an organization for women, diverse women, networking to help one another. Another women-owned organization is NABO, National Association of Women Business Owners. These are two organizations that meets monthly, where you can go, and it's just geared toward women. But there's another organization I'm a part of, is BNI. And that's just a breakfast. You meet once or twice a month. Sometimes they meet 4 times a month. But you can go there, and it's just going to be a specific person with your trade. It would not be anyone else involved in that does what I do. And what we do is refer each other 15 names a week. And you just think about how many people that you're contacting every week through that organization. Cable, one of our slogans in Cable is buy Cable first. When a woman wants a service, hopefully she wants pest control, she's going to come and look for me first. And then just Nashville has had the great opportunity to have Black Enterprise here for the last 3 years. You know, that was a wealth of information there for the last 2. This year it's going to be even more, especially with me headlining.
What do you mean Black Enterprise here for the?
They have their annual trade show here. They've had it here for the last 3 years, and this year I'm part of that, and I'm going to be talking about just that, networking your business. So those are just a few that you can go to just get your name out there, get to know people, start the relationship process, and then it's up to you to follow up with it and keep it going.
Ms. Parham.
Okay, and some of the other organizations that I'm a part of is the Tennessee Minority Purchasing Council. They have a trade show every year, which I've generated networking and gotten business just about every year. The Black Enterprise, there last year, networked and generated some contracts there. And there are also some informal ways. I was sharing with Jama. I was shopping at a local store, department store, networked with the person and got a large contract there. So it's anywhere there are people, you start talking, you start sharing what you have to offer, and they start identifying who could use it. And they give you names, numbers, and if you follow up with that, you keep a wealth of names and numbers and referrals. And if you're not going to use them, as John would say, people always call me and say, who do you know will do this or will do that? And I will give them the name and number and refer them and reciprocate. Sometimes John will call me and give me things. I'll call John and give her. And so there's a circle. And once you begin the process, you begin to be known as a networker. And people know you have information, resources, and therefore it's really helping each other to meet the needs that you have.
One thing that we haven't talked about is that having our 30-second commercial is this something that we do is like wherever I go and I introduce myself, I say the same thing to everybody. So they go, you know, I've heard that before. I've heard someone say that before. Another thing that I do is whenever I give out my business card, I always give someone a bug. And I tell them if the bug moves, you know, call Holmes Pest. So it just becomes something that everybody can identify with and everyone heard it. So if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to her, and you don't know each other, both of you can say, you know, she gave me that bug too. So it's just a way of getting your name out there, and you're giving the same information over and over again. And
so you would say, Ms. Parham, that in order for a person to be very, very successful in this networking, you've got to be a very, very aggressive kind of person. You can't be shy and recluse and expect, and because I think that's important, because there are certain personalities that are so, and there are personalities that are not so, and it's very, very difficult, what the two of you are talking about, to be a very, very shy and a recluse kind of individual. Let's speak to
and
that.
What
What do you
I
tell people in reference
because
to
I
that?
do communication training and I use the word assertive and aggressive, I'm going to call it assertive because sometimes aggressive, if you approach people the wrong way, that's
Right.
considered aggressive
Yes.
and
Right.
rude and blunt.
Right.
But if you're assertive where I'm concerned about your interests and what you have to offer, and you're concerned about my interests and what I have to offer, we have created a relationship and we continue to keep in touch and refer people to each other. I may not need her service now, but I may need it later.
Right.
So it's establishing an effective, respectful relationship in a very assertive way, not getting angry,
Right.
aggressive. I'm getting angry because she didn't give me what I wanted
At that particular
at that
time.
particular time.
Right.
And sometimes people then they destroy a relationship that could generate them some business or
Right.
some referrals later on. And I've experienced that in a positive, assertive way. So I encourage people to be assertive about their commercial, about who they are, what they have to offer, and keep that warm and supportive relationship ongoing.
And you believe every person should have